William Fitzsimons. You're all welcome again. WFC coaching here. I'd like to talk to you today a little bit about the Triad. The Triad here is a super cool tool. Okay, and just before I get into talking about the Triad, have you ever had the experience of being in a role or being in the zone, the feeling that you could do no wrong, that a time when everything just seemed to be right and possible? Maybe it was at that time when you had, the chance of winning your whole team championship to the next level. You won the league or something in a game of football, or maybe it was just that you had a series of business meetings and you were making the right decisions and all the answers were coming one after the other. Or maybe it was just that you had that connection with your partner, that soulful or that passionate connection with your partner, and it just came to you quite effortlessly. Or maybe it was the opposite of that. Maybe it was like, everything that you turned your hand at just seemed to go wrong. Maybe it was that, whatever you tried to do just turned out a disaster. Things that you would have been familiar with doing before that would have been done quite easily. Or maybe it's just that every opportunity seemed to be locked up solid and there was no way in or out. Maybe you can relate to me on these, okay? This is all revolves around the state, and we can make independent choices and decisions to complement this state through our language, our physiology, focus and beliefs, okay? The focus and beliefs is generally about the internal dialogue or representations that we hold about ourselves, what we picture and how we go about it in our minds, or what we say to ourselves bears in mind too, and language again is quite similar to focus and beliefs. It's the behaviour and the verbal and silent language that we speak to ourselves in ways. Is it life supporting? Is it constructive, positive? Is it kind? Is it nurturing? And is it being gentle on us? Or is it that the physical actions that we're doing are going against the grain of what we're about? Or is it that we have this shallow breath that we find it hard to even breathe, that we're figuring out, are we going to be safe? Are we okay to live it till the next day? Or even down to the colour of our skin. The skin colour can change if we're under pressure, or high blood pressure maybe, or you're totally embarrassed. You can see the colour of your skin, it flourishes or goes red. Maybe you need to take a step outside, get some fresh air and walk around and take in the atmosphere, the environment, and really ground yourself again. So, and then there's the physiology. The physiology is key here. The posture that we hold, the biochemistry that we produce, the nerve energy. Are we at our tether? Are we nervous? Are we fearful of what's around the corner? Again, our breathing, is there muscular tension in our bodies, in our joints, or is it relaxed in the flow? Are we, all of these traits within these elements of the Triad, are all independent. We can decide how we hold the posture of our bodies. We can decide the language that we say to ourselves, internally or externally. We can decide independently. Our focus, where are we pointing our focus, and what do we believe about ourselves? Do we believe that we're still stuck in our story in the past? Do we believe that we're inferior of change? Or do we believe that we're high above people, we're looking down on them? Do we believe that we're too grand and noble to come down to other people's level? So it's important to become aware of what it is, that we're really holding in our minds and in our bodies. There's also a discipline that I would encourage you to bring about. It's just a self-discipline. And discipline oftentimes can mean, oh, that's a discomfort for me. I don't like the word discipline because it associates something with being in trouble, or maybe when you were a young lad growing up, your teacher tried to instruct discipline on you, and you associate that word discipline with a bad environment. Discipline, just you research yourself and find out the meaning of discipline, and start to feel discipline with a sense of care and gentleness and kindness. So discipline is something that we all can incorporate into our lives. No matter what we're doing, no matter what we're trying to achieve, discipline, it requires a sense of discipline. It's like if you use the understanding of, if you have a white cloth and dip it into yellow dye and put it up to the sun, you know, eventually the sun will turn it back white over time. It requires discipline from dipping it back into the dye, dipping it back into the dye and back up to the light. Eventually it'll stay yellow. So it requires a conditioned discipline. So keeping on. So all of these things are they're mindsets and you know, physical exercises even that you can incorporate into your physiology. You know, if you're outside keeping fit, you know, jogging or running, maybe swimming or playing exercise, it's impossible to be sad when you're out getting exercise. You know, so get outside, get engaged, associate around yourself around the right kind of people that are going to lift you up and make you feel who you deserve to be. You know, you deserve more. You don't deserve to be in a box in your little bubble in life that says that you can't have this, or you can't be that, or you can't become this. You know, you have the choices, you decide. And also what I'd say is your level of expectation. You know, try this, trade your level of expectation for appreciation, and then become the magic that happens. You'll see the magic that happens. Rather than having a level of expectancy that you end up don't receiving and you get upset and angry, try replacing that level of expectancy for appreciation for what you do have. The things, quite small, whatever size they are, quite small or big, today and every day, appreciate the things that we do have. And that there is a real golden trick to bring about a sense of gratitude and appreciation. So I'd just like to say thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. All the best. Bye bye.